It's time for this week's Here's How. And this week, here's how to get your nan to start putting out again. Now, she's always compared herself to Betty, seeing Betty as something to strive for, but just start slipping into conversation about how Betty's pretty frigid and apparently rejects the advances of the local community and even closes her curtains when the window cleaner comes round. Tell her this is her time to shine. Get her to start inviting the local workmen into her flat. Hack into that little white box with the speaker on it and the red pull cord. In the evenings, speak in a deep voice and start saying sexy poems to her. Get her all in the mood, and then just hope that Barney remembers to pop over for that game of backgammon that you told him he was invited to. Now, obviously, flattery can do a lot of heavy lifting, but she needs to believe it is genuine and from someone whose opinion she would care about. Maybe tell her that Frank down the road was heard saying in the pub how he thinks her skin still looks fantastic, or how Shelley told you that you must get your good figure from your nana. This'll titillate your nan. Maybe even get her to nip out near Frank or Shelley's bungalows. Maybe she'll be wearing a low-cut top to see if they pay attention. Maybe she'll knock on in the night to see if they want warming up. Keep leaving gilf porn knocking about. Maybe even use a bit of AI to generate some images of your gran in dirty scenes so that she can envision herself getting rattled again. I overheard a guy in a cafe saying that some older women start to lose interest in sex because they start to use lots of lavender-scented products, and apparently the lavender smell starts to have an effect on the brain in the same way it affects the mind of a bee. They just start to want to make things, be it honey if they're a bee, or cakes and bread if they're a pensioner. Eradicating the lavender in their life may just help grandma start to get in the mood and enjoy her last few years. How about putting her phone number on websites so that randy men can call her and talk dirty to her? Occasionally, one of them might have a nice phone voice and be able to restoke her aging fire, or at least get her old ashpan tingling again. Keep sending her clips from nature documentaries in emails, ones where the animals are shagging, stuff about plants getting pollen rubbed on the stamens, or even just some salmon ejaculating on the eggs of her lady salmon. Maybe you don't need to show the sex side, just the family side, the familial element. Show the salmon rotting in the pool to allow the babies to thrive on it. Play on her emotions. Get her some breast implants, not massive, just ones to fill the saggy skin and lift those sea-level carnation cannons back to eye level. Find a drawer of old sex toys and test all the batteries, then waste a good chunk of most of the charge in them so that when she gets most of the way there, she can't, and then she needs to go and get Malcolm from the common room if she can prise him away from the TV gun. Maybe you want to use music to influence her. It works on teenagers, so why wouldn't it work on your mum's mum? Nan's got a dry hole. She needs someone to fill it up, make her feel like an eel. Make her slip around on a waterproof chair, nothing makes Nan wetter than an old man with his leathery hands grabbing at her breast meat and saying, "You don't get many of them to the pound." Maybe she's not into Tracy Chapman. Maybe it's hard to make a song that really resonates with your elderly grandma. Maybe it's better to sing a song about her to other people at karaoke night, so the locals can get a good idea of what's truly on offer. My nan likes cum, but she's feeling kinda shy. She might need to be approached by a random guy. She's a goer. Oh, she can really go. She is like one of those pullback friction cars. She's been lonely. She has been really alone, and I heard she was considering a cockatoo. Not a shaver. She has never shaved her groin. You'll have to root around to get into a flu. And my gran finds it hard to meet men, and my nan is in bed by 4. She's up at 6 and out the house. You can find her in the queue at the post office door. My nan's hurting. Oh, her joints are really sore. It's time to rummage round for your essential oil. You've no Johnny. There's no need to pull out to just blast into that old and failing womb. My nan is old, just in case you were thinking that she had my mum when she was 17. She'll do as she's told. My nan's really old-fashioned, just raise your voice, but please don't raise your fist at her. My gran has been around the block, but she's never found the street corner. She just sits at home and fantasises about being the local whore. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. And your nan, is just sat at the table across the pub, beetroot, stressing out as everyone's looking at her. And that's the end of this week's Here's How.